And yeah, like, just in general, like, you just don't like Hurricane, or like, when do you buy Hurricane, and like, what's your idea there? Because I see here you buy it, but that's like the only game you buy Hurricane out of like, yeah, almost every game.
If I go Bork Hurricane, it just feels like I don't do that much.
Yeah, the way that you should be viewing Hurricane is that when you get your first item, Bork, you're very strong. Arguably, probably one of the strongest AD carries on one item completion. When you get Hurricanes, you kind of shift your mindset a bit. So when you get on second, your mindset should be more about farming up for third item.
Yeah.
It's not even just about third item. Like, in my opinion, when you have 2.5, like, if you have BF Sword and Hurricane, don't you feel like your damage spikes a lot? Like, the alternative, right, is, let's say you have Gwynsus, that's 30 AD, and you see you buying, like, Wit's End or something. You don't get AD from this, you know? So it's not like you have to wait for IE. In my opinion, like, when I play Twitch, I 100% agree with what you're saying, that on Bork and Hurricane, you feel weak. Yeah, that's kind of true, but you don't have to wait for IE, I feel like. I feel like when you get the BF Sword from IE, you have plenty of damage. That is more AD than Gwynsus. I don't know what the point is of Gwynsus, because it's not like it's that insane on second item either. If you really wanted to be strong at second item, then probably best would be like Bork into Collector or something like this, you know?
Is that something I could do? Bork into Collector?
I mean, I'm sure you could. The question is it good to be strong at 2 items compared to 3? Because, I mean, we can just go test it here, right? You see my screen?
Uh-huh.
One thing I think can be good too. So, have you seen the Varus build?
With the Radiant Virtue?
Yeah. Why can't you do this?
That's kind of spiritually unclean.
Yeah, but if they draft this, let's say they have a fucking Akali top lane, you're not gonna have fun as Twitch, right?
No.
You'd probably go 10 deaths this game. So,
Yeah.
instead of accepting that you're gonna go 10 deaths, why do you not build like this in a game like this? Right, so the build order here would be Bork into Hurricanes, and then Titanic, and then Virtue. Okay?
Yeah.
Because if you buy Virtue here, then your damage is like laughable. Right, so this is like no damage. It's not that much, right?
Yeah.
Now obviously this is also their tankiest person though. This is like the Vi. But yeah, you see, this is not that much. So I would prefer to build like this. But if you watch now, first of all, look how tanky I am. Right?
Oh, you're quite tanky, yeah.
I'm super tanky. And now when I cast my ulti, you see, I got 400 extra HP from this.
Wow.
See that?
Yeah.
Upon casting your ultimate, you transcend, increasing your max health by 434. And then, as you are transcended, you and allies will also heal. So, not only do you have 400 insta-health, you also gain 300 over time. You see here? I'm healing.
Yeah, it's quite a... It's a lot of health.
Yes. So that's why I'm saying that now, and my damage now isn't that bad. Watch. See? That's not bad damage.
Really not bad. Yeah.
So, I don't see why you wouldn't build like this, even though, yeah, sure, it's cringe, maybe, yeah, but, I mean, if you want to win the game, then I think if they draft something that's really hard to play against, this is good. But I'm still not sold on Gwynsus, because if we compare Gwynsus, right, so let's say this guy, so I'm gonna now hit him like 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, 1598. So Gwynsus gives no tankiness, only damage, so we're gonna compare 2 other damage items. So let's just do Kraken randomly, okay? Let's just try Kraken. I've never tried Kraken before, so let's just try.
I'll be right
Okay.
under the Don't trust me.
As you can see, Kraken was way more. See?
Yeah, that is...
Now I'm gonna try one more time. Again, way more. So I didn't get lucky crits, you know? So Kraken beat it. Okay. This was also 6 auto attacks, which should be good for Gwynsus, right? Because it keeps attacking. Let's try Collector randomly. This is also collector versus a tank, right? So obviously probably will not be too great, but I would say it's probably gonna beat Guinsoo still.
I demand a sandwich.
Yeah, it beat Guinsoo's. But it also lacks attack speed, so the damage output would be slower, right?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, this one is not so good, at least versus tankier people. But Kraken beats Guinsoo's.
Just in terms of pure damage, can we do this with Runans? Just to see how it is?
Sure, but it'll be the worst out of all.
I'm just curious about how,
Sure.
how much it is.
Stand still. My eyes are on the side of my head.
So these are like
Wait, that's
100...
not even that much worse.
Well, of course, that's why I'm saying it's easily playable. But it is worse. But yeah. But like,
Okay.
if you don't want to go Hurricane, this one is better than Guinsoo's, and now you can get a real item.
Huh.
You know?
Yeah.
And like, let's say you open up on a squishy, okay? So let's give this guy like 80 armor. Okay. And I open up on this squishy.
I'll be right under their noses.
He's fucking dead.
Then shoot.
No,
And
yeah.
without the IE, let's just do it with Kraken. That is 3 autos. See? That
Yep.
works great together with the Bork too.
It seems like there's actually not much of a justification for going Winsu's at all.
And that's why I called you out on it. I think it's Omega Scam. I'm just gonna go into the VOD now and just gonna watch and just in general gonna review it, but we'll also see in mid game like what even happens to your CS.
Okay.
Yeah, Longsword Triple Potion is good as well. I mean, you have Shaco this game. First thing to always think about, right? When you have Shaco, like, you gotta think about his boxes, because he tends to get invaded level 1 quite a bit. So, they have a Kane as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Kane invades Shaco's Raptors. So often, you could consider, like, suggesting to stack here as 5 to protect the boxes. This game, though, is a little bit difficult, because Trinomir is really strong level 1. And so is Senna, you know?
Yeah.
And Shaco is not really a champion level 1 because his skill is in boxes, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just always something to think about, right? When you're against Kane, he often wants to invade Raptors. If you have a Shaco, he often tends to get invaded. So just think about it. Every game will be different.
Stack.
Yeah, like you just stack at 5 in the bush.
Oh, would I want to ward Tribrush?
You could quickly ward it and then go to your team, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, this is exactly what I said will happen. And you see, like, you're not ready to auto right now, for example. Like here, Kane is queuing this guy. And you could already start hitting Kai'Sa, for example, in this case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I felt like you could have known this. Because I knew it. I said it was probably going to happen. You have Shaco, he tends to get invaded. They have Kane, he likes to invade Raptors, because he can easily one-shot Raptors and get away with them. Right? Like, it's just... Some champions tend to do these things level 1, right? Like, Braum tends to invade because of his passive. Every hook champ tends to invade, right?
Yeah. Actually, if there were a hook champ, they don't have a hook champ here, but would stacking still be a good idea? Because there's
You
a
can
chance that, like, I don't ward the try, they come in through the try, wrap around bots, and then, like, they get
Well,
into the bush below red.
If they have hook champs and you want to ward try, you stand here and ward. Because from the start of the game, you can walk here and ward, and they can't do anything about it, you know? Because you can run away. And then often this is a very good place to stack, because if you stack here, if they randomly hook here, then you guys are split apart, right?
Yeah.
But you would normally stack here as 5 people, or here as 5 people. If you're covering versus hook. You know?
Okay, that's a good idea, yeah.
That way you don't get hooked, like, away from each other, really. Because they can't really hook from here, here to here. Only Blitzcrank could potentially, but if people stand like properly, it's not possible.
Okay.
I mean, if you're going to do this fight, you should have just ghosted. But I think it's not any point to do it anyways. And like I told you, you need to prepare this in your mind before it happens, because I said you lose 5v5. I only said you could fight here because they're only free right now. But you shouldn't want
Yeah.
to fight them, because again, you're down a member. Shaco doesn't do anything. And even without thinking about Shaco, they have Tryndamere, which can just ghost and run anyone down. He's just strong level 1, right? And Senna is strong level 1.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you're only playing off what you see here. You're not like thinking, you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna fight, but I already played this fight in my mind. I lose this fight. You know? My team's not gonna fight here. Look, Lulu, what can she do? Right? They have 280 carries in bot lane. You don't want to fight that, right?
Yeah. I don't.
So it's like, your lane is already kind of fucked now. And it could all be fixed if you just told yourself here, okay, well, game already started. So what can they do to us level 1? Start to like mentally prepare for it. So you're like ready to understand, okay, how do we fight if we do want to fight? And what do we do? Because I cannot fight Kai'Sa and Senna. They're 280 carries. I will not win that. So obviously this is terrible. But yeah. In hard lanes like this, by the way, like when you're playing versus like double poke, like for example in the games where you would go resolve. Have you ever tried like W start with D-ring and just farm that way?
Oh, wait, how would you farm with W start and D ring?
Because you would just farm and just W and E and stuff level 2. Because then you have range abilities to farm with. Because that's something a lot of people do, is that when they're playing Twitch in like really unplayable lanes, they just go Doran's Ring, they skill W level 1, and then they just poke with W and stuff, and then they just E, and they farm that way. Because if you sell Doran's Ring, you don't lose that much gold. Look, if you sell it, you get 760 back, right?
Yeah.
So that's 240 gold gone, right? But it's 240 gold that you have spent to be able to farm without dying and get a lot more CS than you otherwise would, no? Twitch has really long range if you farm with W and E, and you don't go if you have Doran's Ring, you know? Because you just damage a guy with your W or something, and then you just get this. Let's say you're being slow pushed into, okay? So just like this, for example. So this is happening right now. When you're being slow pushed into, right here, for example, this creep, you shouldn't actually be allowed to farm if they're better. If I'm Senna, I'm here, Kai'Sa is here. You can't farm this. So you would have to drop it. Now, let's say you're level 2. You would then W and E the creep. You know?
But that's a lot of mana for one creep, right?
Yeah, but that's the only mana you're using because you can't fight. And it's not just always one creep. Sometimes it's for 2 or 3 creeps. Sometimes you do the whole wave to one-shot it so you can recall, you know? Look your mana right now. You have 300 flat mana, right?
Yeah.
But if you use W and E, let's say to farm 3 creeps, okay?
Yeah.
Then what would happen is you wouldn't use the spells again because now the wave is in like a good position, you know? Like you're being slow pushed into. Let's say this is gonna crash. You W, you E, you farm this, for example. Now the wave crashes, you're not using mana because you're under tower, you're safe. Then the wave is here bouncing into them, you're not using mana because you're safe, right?
Okay.
So you wouldn't use mana perma. You're only using like here 120, and then maybe a minute later you use 120 again, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's really a legit thing. I've seen many Twitch one-tricks do it when the lane is like unplayable. Since it just helps you get out of lane. The only argument ever against it is that if a fight breaks out, you are weaker than if you had like longsword.
Yeah.
But often in those type of lanes, you don't really want to fight in the first place. You know?
So also I sort of like troll here, but
Yeah, of course.
if I let's say I do farm 3 melees, I'm going to have to back off because they still have, well, I'm going to have to stay backed off because they still have all their spells up. And so
yeah, but even if you had
would the
spells up, you
wave-
wouldn't fight them anyways.
Yeah, but would the wave really be in a better state then?
Depends how you place W. If you W the whole wave, so you're Eing the whole wave, then yeah, the wave is ruined. But if you cast your W smart, it's fine, you know? You just have to judge, like, how will the wave move as your W is on the ground, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't always have to W for the CS, because sometimes what happens is you auto a creep or 2 creeps, and then enemy starts to pressure you off it. Then you can leave your auto range and farm it with E, you know? But yeah, so what happened here? So we killed Kai'Sa, Senna, but obviously you should not flash, but you already know this. And then here you always have to ask yourself, do I actually want to keep the freeze? Because I feel like sometimes in these cases, it's a bit scary to freeze, because the thing is, Senna, when she comes back, right?
Yeah.
How do you guys lane? Because you're missing a lot of health, you're gonna have to pot up, Lulu's missing health. So the only thing that's good about this freeze is if Shaco reganks. Because in a 2v2, I don't think you guys can just kill them. You know?
Yeah, we can't.
Kai'Sa is full HP. So I would freeze as well, but it depends what Shaco does. Because my end goal is to get a recall. When I'm against a poke lane, that's essentially what this is, right? It's double ranged, so they should want to poke, right?
Yeah.
Getting pushed in versus a poke lane is not nice, since then they poke you under turret and they keep you under turret. And Shaco puffed like this, so you should assume that Shaco will either go here and stay bot side, or he will go back to top side, right?
Yeah.
So I would keep the freeze here, because Shaco is showing that he's bot side. But if Shaco starts going to top side, I would slowly break the freeze, right? So I would like kill these, and I would build a slow push instead, so that eventually I can recall, you know?
Okay, why would we slow push instead of doing a fast push?
Because then they would just hold the wave in front of you, since Senna is walking back to lane right now, you know?
Oh, they'd freeze it for us.
Yes.
They'd freeze it.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And just make sure you don't die here, and make sure your lane isn't unplayable after, because if you die now, it's you'll lose 20 CS.
I do die here.
Yeah.
By the way.
So
Yeah.
like moving here is like never bad, because she's losing more than you. On this initial click and decision you're making, she is losing more than you, because your wave will die before the way that you're farming will die, right?
Yeah.
But in the long run, it's good for her. Because in the long run, she only loses this one wave that was here, but you will lose 2 waves. So you can move, no problem, but always move with the idea in mind that I'm not going to be here for a long time.
Yeah.
So you can come and be like, okay, what's up? And then kill this guy, but you should not want to keep going. You know? And obviously the way that you queued and clicked was bad. Now, you maybe don't expect her to flash, but I think it was kind of obvious because of her E, you know?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, but in game you didn't expect it, but I think you should just run up and look to escape with Q.
That makes sense.
But maybe in game you didn't see her E towards here. So yeah. But yeah, obviously she will now fist you. She also has tempo as well, right? Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So now you can't play.
I was looking at Shaco, I was like, maybe Shaco can. And then I saw it was
No.
like 10 HP. I'm like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, you cannot. And now look, bot wave, it's so fucking sad, right? So
Yeah.
just try to keep that in mind. One thing you can also try to do is you can try to delay your move a bit by trimming it a bit, the wave. Like for example, in this case, right? You can be super certain if this fight happens, right? If I make Kai'Sa stay bot, it's good. Okay? That's a general rule you need to have. If a fight is happening here and it's still ongoing when Kai'Sa is moving, it's good if you keep her bot. So what I mean by this is, if I was playing, I think the best course of action is that you click into the wave, because this creates a response by her. If she clicks forward, you click backwards. Okay? You will not die by clicking here, because it's not an S-reel, right?
Yeah.
I would never tell you to do hit this versus Tristana or S-reel. But versus Kai'Sa, if she presses E, wouldn't you just press Q and click back?
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk in here, because then if she does this, then you can start to kill these and drag them up and then follow her, to make it so that the wave doesn't crash while you go missing. Does this make sense? Like,
So
right
I
now,
would,
if the wave is this big, okay,
Uh-huh.
then it crashes by itself if you go to roam, right?
Yes.
But if you kill, let's say, these two, and you pull the wave upwards, then it does not one-shot the wave while you're gone. Because the further up this wave is, the more your wave will get to travel, which means it pushes slower, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and if I kill the creeps, then obviously it also pushes slower. So that's the best thing you could do. It's just to trim the wave and drag it upwards. And you're allowed to do it in this case, because the only way for her to stop you is to run at you, but if she runs at you, then she's not joining the fight, right?
Yeah.
You know, it would push so much slower. And then, for example, like this just proves my point. Do you see where this wave is?
Yeah.
Okay, imagine you did what I said. You pulled the wave up and you trimmed it. don't you think that this wave would have met this wave?
Oh yeah, it's like a few seconds more to the right.
Right.
Yeah.
So then it would have, which means that you could die, run back here, and then catch almost everything, you know?
Yep.
So yeah, this now is so fucking bad for you. Like, this is the worst thing that could happen. Like, you lost the whole wave, she catches now on the bounce, and she got 2 kills.
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah.
It's a little tough.
I mean, I would have hard pushed this, because the thing is, you can't really slow push this wave when it's fucking 5 CS here versus your whole cannon wave plus 2 waves here. You know? This is 2 waves of casters. Free. See?
Yeah.
So I would just perma auto, because you'll see now, with you slow pushing. Look here, you can't slow push another wave, now it's in front of their tower. See?
Yeah.
So now the problem here is they can trim it and try to fight you on the wave. Senna obviously griefed, but she didn't need to be this low. So I think it is better that now you just start hitting creeps, because then if they want to freeze, they have to hold the wave, tanking it while you're hitting them. They can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because now they can fight you on the wave, and they won't take damage from the wave because, you know, the wave is fighting their wave, right?
Uh-huh.
But if you pushed it faster, then that cannot happen, as the wave would crash before their wave arrives. So yeah, just, your wave is way too big, so just play to one-shot the wave, walk the wave into their tower so that they can't tank the wave, since you will be hitting them, and then you can just roam. But here, when Senna does this, and you have creeps in front of you, why don't you just ghost at her, by the way? Look. Why can't you just ghost at Senna?
I guess I could, yeah. I don't know, I was...
Because you have Twitch Lulu.
I was worried Kaisa might just kill me.
In the wave, then you FF.
In the wave.
Then you FF the game. Then you can't win. Because if you're worried that you're gonna die now, with Lulu having every spell, right? Yeah. Inside of your wave, then you can't lane. Because when this wave meets this and they trim the wave, then you're gonna be here fighting them. Then you're gonna die then. So this is your best fight. Senna is fucking 1v2ing you guys right now, you know? And Kaisa is terrible at fighting inside of a wave. Kaisa wants to hit W for damage and passive stacks, cannot hit W inside a wave, right?
Yeah.
Kaisa Q can be isolated. Here, half of the Q will hit the wave. Senna is fucking win trading here, 100%.
And if I ghosted on her and like... If I ghost on her, like, I don't have flash.
No, but look, watch.
He's going to... Okay.
So she would do the stealth thing, right? Also, does Lulu have Q? Because if Lulu E's on you, then her Q connects with it, you know?
Yeah.
So you would ghost, and then Lulu would Q off of you, and as Senna is slow, then you would just run at her. And I'm not saying they will die, but this will happen for sure. Don't you think?
Yeah.
They will get super chunked, and that is winning. What are you using Ghost for? Ghost is a summoner spell for scaling. It's for team fights, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're playing Ashe, you don't have Ghost for lane. So if I can Ghost here to do a good trade, then I would do it. 100% here. If you W and Ghost and run at Senna, if Kaisa fights you back, then you will just turn on Kaisa here. She cannot function here. Kaisa cannot fight here. There's no way Kaisa can fight in this wave. Her Q will deal like 50 damage to you. And Senna cannot CC you or do anything until these creeps die or get behind you. You know?
Yeah.
And if Senna does her invis thing, as long as Lulu Q hits her here, then you can stand on top of Senna, no? You'll be in range.
Yeah.
But did Lulu have Q? Yeah, she does. Yeah. See that? That's slow?
Yeah.
Isn't that disgusting that slow from Lulu? How fucking OP that is. Look. Look, Senna's move speed here. 455, right? Watch now.
Yep.
146.
Oh wow, that's big. Oh, my W didn't even happen yet.
And then you have creeps right on top of Senna. How do you get CC'd? Imagine you are gonna walk to here eventually because of Ghost. See? Like, they're fucked.
Yeah.
She can't root you. She has to cast W on the creep and then you just walk around the creep. So yeah, like I'm very trigger happy with my Ghost because I don't view it as something that's like that important. If I can get a like lane winning trade with it, then I will do it. This sucks a bit though that you queued on mission. Like ideally you queue right now, you know?
Yeah.
Because here they see you for a split second. Nice. Good that you early E'd, so he dies before getting off ult.
Yeah. Thank you.
Like, even though
yeah, so
obviously it gave Lulu the kill, right? But I think it's good. Did Lulu just flash ult Jacob? That was not really necessary, but okay. Bit of a montage.
Synapse. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
but
still looking at stuff.
I would be really scared about fighting here though. I know Senna is mid, but you have to fight quickly because you don't know Kane or whoever the fuck their general was. It was Kane, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Kane.
You have no idea where Kane is, and they have mid push.
Yeah.
So Echo Senna is coming, and Kane could come, and Shaco's topside. So it's like you can roam here, sure. I understand you feel fucking jobless right now. Because obvious play would be to recall, but you don't have Bork. You're 200 gold off, so you don't have Bork. Okay. So you want to look for Kai'Sa? That's fine. Kai'Sa and Kane will not kill you. My thing is just understand this is a 10-second play. Because in 10 seconds, Echo and Senna will come. Then it's not good. Yeah. 2v2 versus Kai'Sa Kane, I think you can play it. There's a world that you win. You have both ultis and flash. I think you can outplay that. That's fine. Look. How do you know already that Kane isn't just here?
I don't.
Yeah, so I would never do this because here you're instantly gonna lose your flash if Kane is here. No?
Mm-hmm.
Also, this Senna is Omega boosted by the way. Because Kai'Sa shouldn't ever be able to die if Senna just ultis here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because yeah, like you end up living, but it's just like, I mean, Kane is also one of the most useless champs in this game, so maybe Kane is not even a threat to you, because he still doesn't have form. That could be very true. So I mean, looking at it again, I think because it's Kane, I don't think it's that bad, but I think if Kane is literally any other champion, Nocturne, Jarvan, Kha'Zix, Rengar, Vi, anything, then you're dead now. Because that means you would have died there if Kane was a useful champion. You know?
Yeah.
Wow, this Lulu's goated.
Yeah. I was like, do I complete the recall?
Yeah, I mean, her polymorph was really smurf.
Oh yeah, this is my first really big mistake.
Yeah, I mean, she obviously one-shots you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't think you should put too much importance on taking mid-turret right on this wave. Because, I mean, everybody will want to protect it, you know?
Yeah.
Like in this game, it was Lulu that died, but just as easily you could have died. Kane had flash, you have no flash. You know? Why can't Kane just flash on you and you're just dead? I think you are fine, but you should ping Lulu away. Because I think you can ghost away from these champions with the wards that you have bot side. Like, these wards on bot side are really good. I think if you hug bot side hard and you're ready to smash your ghost key, you can actually hit the tower. But you need to ping your support. She cannot hit the tower. Yeah. She doesn't have ghost. But like, why doesn't Kai'Sa ult you there?
I don't know.
Because here I think she wins if she goes in.
I think she's just wasn't paying attention to the other champions, probably.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's obviously a flip. She doesn't know exactly what's going on, but you can't really rely on that.
Fuck up.
Yeah, a good try though.
I blow flash for like 140 gold.
Yeah. I mean, if you get Kai'Sa, then it's good, but I mean, Kai'Sa's super low, so they're gonna have to send Echo or somebody here. Like right now, they're giving up on top, so they're gonna go kill you, so I would leave.
Yeah, we get that. I guess
I
around.
mean, again here, like, why do you leave mid? Just clear mid wave, please. I know you want Baron. Clearing mid wave takes 10 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have time for Nash, then you have time for wave.
Yeah, I do. I guess, yeah, I don't, yeah, I wasted a bit of time here.
It's a lot of time. Like, we shouldn't even have gone for Nash. We should have one-shot mid wave, get Guinsoo's, and then we can play Nash. Because if you can do Nash here, then you could have done the wave first. You know? Because this Nash will be because they are bot side or whatever. I would be very careful about playing aggro on this wave. Just wait. Look, Vlad needs time to, you know, get on the map. Shaco is basing. Now, ideally, Shaco is not basing. Ideally, Shaco is in base already, walking with you. But stuff happens, right? People do things you don't agree with. Maybe Shaco needed this Gromp for item, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, his item does not fucking matter, and he should just stay right now and come and play with Baron. But anyways, he wants item, so that means you need to wait for him.
Yep.
Whether you agree or not, that's how it is. So instead, help your Lulu war topside here and play around Vladimir. You know?
Would just going top and, like, being 3 top, would that be viable?
No, it would be terrible. Because then they run down mid and push mid.
Oh.
And then you either
If they
end
run
up...
down...
that you either end up in a situation where they trade this for this, you know? Which is not good. You guys should not need to trade, right?
Yeah.
Or they just push mid and they flank you.
But can't we flank them because we got Cassante?
Well, that depends
And,
what
like,
he
so
does. You know? And if he flanks, right, if he leaves this bot wave, then they can just back off and just clear this, and then you guys achieves nothing. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's pointless. It is much better to just set up some wards top side, check if Santa has TP. If Santa has TP, he can join the top side or mid fight, whatever. You know? Like, you can look to one-shot this guy if you see an angle. This is the exact same concept as when you were going for the 1v3 here. Like,
yeah.
Just have an idea in mind. We should wait for Shaco. We should wait for Vlad. But obviously, if you see a guy caught and you know you can quickly one-shot him, obviously go for it. But just understand that this is their timer to go for a 3v5.
Yep. Yeah.
So you should be very hesitant about this. Like, obviously, you saw Echo is too far away to interact. So you can go for it. No problem. But if you don't see Echo, for example, and you just do this, and then Echo is in this bush here, behind you, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
Ouch. You can play slow with ult.
Yeah.
Oh my god, don't reveal yourself. No.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, like when somebody gets Kane ulted like this, you should run away. Because the last thing you want is that he picks a random side and you reveal.
Yeah. It's,
Like,
I probably didn't need to flash on Kaisa earlier.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Fight.
For sure you didn't. But because you can, it also just doesn't matter that she dies in this case. If a fight breaks out and she's 10 HP like this, it can often be fine to just let her be.
Yeah.
But like, I think more importantly is that when this Kane ult lands on Lulu, you should keep clicking back. Like, here, this is good, what you're doing.
Yeah.
But this here was so scary. No?
Oh yeah, he sees me. He sees me the moment.
He sees you accuse the fucking Lulu, bro. If he accuses you, you are dead.
Yeah. The Duskblade procced and my auto hit them instead.
But again, Shaco's not here. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what Shaco's doing, and I don't know why we are fighting without Shaco. And without Vlad. Like, I understand what the team wants. They want to push for these towers, but you guys will get a team fight in 1 minute from this Drake. It's soul point in 1 minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, just because Sante is inting, you don't have to, like, int, you know? Like, you can go here and see what's up. This is fine. And you can hit the Kaisa. No problem. And if you really want, yeah, you can flash and kill her. But now, we don't all need to int. You know? You and Shaco are still alive. You can still play the game. Like, how is this winnable? There's a Tryndamere ghosting at you. But, I mean, I also think here you should be, like, spam pinging Sante. Like, it's completely win trade what he's doing.
Oh my god, yeah. He's so far up.
Yes.
I know. He's,
and you're like,
you
you're
know,
not protesting it at
4,000.
all, which makes me feel like you're not thinking about this. All that should be on your mind right now is that I have flash up, I want a team fight. How do I team fight? Well, we can team fight Dragon. Shaco's dead, so I don't want to fight right now. If I keep that in mind and I see this is happening, I would be spam pinging him. And I would try to make sure we don't fight. I don't want to fight. You could even write, wait, Shaco. That's 9 letters.
Yeah, yeah.
Because now, even if you use flash here and you kill Kaisa, she will be back up for Drake.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have no flash. And now Kaisa will spawn way before you are even alive. So now you guys lose the dragon. And now Shaco is so fucking mad that you guys int him, so he goes and dies for fun.
Yeah.
So now dragon is up, but whole enemy team is up, so now you lose the soul point. Sucks.
Yeah, we can't do anything about that.
He should die for this though. You should be able to get him.
Uh-huh.
Vlad might even get him. Yeah, he should be dead. Nice. I mean, you guys don't have Baron anymore, but I think you're probably fine to get this. Should be able to get one in him at least. Okay, never mind. Baron spawns, so we go that instead. That makes sense. That's good. Getting Baron is much better than the other thing, but we can't have Kane steal it.
Yeah,
But
I think
it's
Shaco
not
did
really
a pretty good job with his thingies.
Yeah, with the boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boxes.
It just sucks to be in this position as ADC because it's not really up to you. You can't really do anything to stop Kane here.
Yep.
So it's just gonna be a flip, basically.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. This is where it happens. Where I
same thing again. That like
yeah.
Vladimir is dead and Shaco is basically dead because he's in base. You should just hover bot side. You should just go bot here to cover your Shaco and Vlad, and then you play next wave instead. You know?
Yeah.
Like, why are you guys there? Like, it finally got punished. It's a good thing it gets punished because then you see what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just because they didn't punish the other times doesn't mean it was good. At least only Lulu died, at least.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't manage to waste flash. Okay, good. You died before you got flash up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this game just got thrown just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're dead to Tryndamere if you keep standing there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is like a really bad fight because like I can't play the fight. Like I try, but I just get killed by Tryndamere.
Also, I mean, the fight is impossible to judge because your camera. Look. You aren't looking at the fight, bro.
Yeah.
Like, how do we know that this is good? You have no idea what's happening here. Like, I know what you're thinking. Yes, there's a Tryndamere, like, chasing you. But we both know Tryndamere can't reach you from here. Unless he flashes on you.
Uh-huh.
So, please, look at this fight. Because when Tryndamere is flanking, just in general, if somebody's flanking you, you either deal with the flanker, right? So you kite to here and you try to kill him. Or you say, fuck it, I'm just gonna run forward and try to win this fight.
Yeah.
And I think, in this case, running here is better. And just trying to kill this before Tryndamere gets there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because trying to fight a Tryndamere is kind of useless, because I'll use ulti and everything just to get his ulti, right?
Yep.
That's kind of pointless. But you cannot make this decision because you're not looking at the fight. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You could be hitting Kayn already, I agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can't make the judgment in game when you lack the information of the fight. So like you look at it now, that's fine, but that information is no longer valid, right? There's things happening all the time. Every second the fight will change. For all I know, the right play could be to walk here and flash the fucking wall, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, stop being so stressed about this. Like, this guy can't just magically one-shot you here. If he E flashes on you, just go here, flash the wall, and fight over here.
Mm-hmm.
How you play the fight, I thought was actually good. I was scared you were gonna hit the Tryndamere. This was really good. Like, you ignore Tryndamere the whole fucking fight. That's good. Because if you were hitting Trynda, you would not kill him, and he would just ulti.
Yeah.
So here, best case, you kill 2 people and then die to Tryndamere. Like, that was good. Like, obviously, you hit creep, and that was fucking troll. And you didn't flash the KW, which was fucking troll.
Yeah.
You see? Right?
Oh, that's some damage. Damn.
Yeah, we need...
Yeah.
It's not just damage, it's the fact that it's damage, and you're locked into getting autoed by Tryndamere and queued by Kayn.
Yeah.
So yeah, just... Your camera control has to be better. You have to learn to teamfight without being fucking camera locked, because... You could even flash onto Kai'Sa and Senna here, by the way, if you look at it. See?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's good, because I don't know what's happening. And so, like, playing lane good is important, obviously. But even if you're the best player in the world in early game, if you cannot play good teamfights, then it doesn't matter, right? But yeah, I mean, the whole game now is just fucking thrown. And like I said, your build scales so fucking bad, you can't even kill a Tryndamere. Like, you deal no damage, and you're no tanky. And you're also hitting creeps half of the fight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But like...
Okay, that's a little embarrassing, yeah.
Look your damage on the Kayn. It's laughable, by the way. Look this Kayn's items. He has 1 tank item. Tabis and Death Dance, you know?
Yeah.
Look your damage. Look your damage. It's laughable.
Yeah.
It's laughable. And he one-shots you.
If I had Infinity Edge there, I kill him, right?
Yeah, if you're crit, you'd fucking one-shot him.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, the damage you dealt to him there, I swear to God, if you have Hurricane and the Titanic, it will deal, like, the same damage, no?
Yeah,
But then you wouldn't die.
He went Dustblade, but, you know.
Okay, here,
Oh,
fucking popping off.
This is like some random ass... I don't even know how this happened, but... We somehow managed to win this, and that's what won us the game.
Why would you flash? You have GA. The fuck?
Oh, yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
What the fuck? At least lose your GA and
I
then
wanted
flash.
to make it harder for my team to reach me because I wanted to... because I hated them. That's why.
I mean, I understand why you hate the Sante. The Sante was a bit cringe,
yeah.
but...
I
mean, the Shaco really wanted to win.
4700 health, 400 MR.
Yeah, Sante's balanced.
Yeah.